right, y'all. I got a quick video I want y'all to see. After y'all see this video, I'm gonna talk to you about it. All right, let's get into it.
When I was going and doing this Bible study with this guy in Pasadena, I heard this one guy talk about the fact that go on a sex diet. And for me, my biggest obsession was women at the time. That was my biggest distraction. So guess what I did? No sex, 17 months. You know how hard that is for a guy that's like his.
How old are you? How were you?
I'm 24 years
God,
old.
that's insane. I
Yeah.
give you credit.
So I go. Now, that happens, and I went on a pure, I'm done.
Yep.
Don't call me.
17 months?
17 months.
That's
You've
fucking-
done the same thing 17 months, but it wasn't like your own decision. That was
No, my pickup line was just shit. It was horrible. It's just
First
like,
of all,
hey,
I
keep
highly
going, keep
doubt
going.
it. If you've seen Vinny's pictures, Vinny's one of the most handsome guys
I
you'll
love
see.
you.
Very
Stop.
good-looking guy.
Stop.
But the point is, I went on that diet. No matter where you are right now, whatever your vice is today, if it's video games, if it's women, if it's drugs, if it's alcohol, if it's whatever you got, it's time to go on your diet and not tell nobody about it until 2-3 years later when you're winning, kicking everyone's ass. Then you say, here's what I did the last 3 years. Because while you're going through it, no one cares. So nothing lasts forever. However, one thing does. Legacy, history, doing something big that's written about and talked about. The only way you and I get to live forever is by the legacy we leave behind, with the work that we do professionally, with the kids that we raise, with the relationships that we build, with the companies that we build, with the books that we write, with the articles that we write that make an impact on people's lives. That's one way where you can live forever. All this other stuff that people are chasing, one day they're going to go away. And you're going to sit there and you're going to realize, what currency was really the most valuable? What the hell was I doing so obsessed about that thing? Man, I'm so over it. I want to go live a big life.
So as you can see, I like what he was speaking on. I do. And he said, a sex diet. I like how he said that. He was speaking on like doing it for a year and a half. He said 17 months. Shit. But I like that because he's showing you that there's an end date. You don't have to just, okay, I'm on this journey. Now I can't do it. I can't do nothing else for the rest of my life. No, bro. No. You can still have fun, but not while you're doing this. This is supposed to be like an indicator to show that, okay, I can fully get on my shit. With me fully getting on my shit, there's no distractions. I have the energy, I have the time, the mental clarity to do what I need to do. And that's what he did for 17 months. And now, as far as how it's really made, I'm going to say for 15 months, maybe 14 months maybe, because the first 3 months, depending on how much you won't feel like shit, and you're not going to feel like the same motherfucker. And when I'm doing this, I'm not just talking about no fat. I'm talking about retention as well, semen retention too. Like, no females or not your hand, like both type shit. Like, just stop doing that shit at all, right? For 17 months, right? That's what he did, right? And capable. Most men aren't gonna want to do that, but it can help them, if you know what I mean. Like 80% of men won't do it, but it will help. Do you see what I'm saying? Out of the other 20%, I say about 5% of niggas is trying, and 3% of these niggas is actually thriving off that because they are fully focused on their mission in America. You see what I'm saying? Like 3 to 5% is actually thriving off this practice. Because it takes a minute before you actually feel all of the benefits you want to feel that you see on YouTube about how a nigga can fucking fly and goddamn walk on water and shit. No. I mean, you're never gonna do that shit. Not Jesus. But as far as the mental and how confident you feel like a nigga that shit. I mean, you see that playing up there? I would do that shit too. You gonna feel like that, but in all, you're not dumb enough to fucking do that. You're not gonna just be on the edge of a building like, well, shit, here goes nothing. No, you're not doing that dumb shit. No, and we're not meaning that. I feel like a lot of guys that watch channels like mine and others that have way more retention information about it, they make fun of it because they've never tried it, and they just think that we're speaking like we're Jesus, we're God, we're above all people or whatnot, when we're not. It's just the energy inside of us. Can't be helped. It cannot be helped. So motherfuckers might think we're weird if we're this or that. they're only going to think that for so long until they actually try the practice for a certain amount of time. You can't try for 4 days and be like, oh, I see what you mean now. Now I'm going to go back and call you guys weird because it didn't work for me. No, nigga. If you've tried it for at least 14 to 7 days, you're going to feel the difference and you're going to actually sit here and agree with me. Because retention, the longer you get on it, makes you feel more authentic, makes you want to tell the truth, and makes you want to be real. Like, you feel like a real person. You feel like a real man. You don't feel like a lie. You want to lie. You want to be a snake, lying ass, conniving ass nigga, go behind people's back, be a backstabber. Nah, you want to come to the forefront, be authentic, be righteous. You know what I'm saying? Understand that everything is within you, and you have to bring it out of you, and it will take some time. You know what I'm saying? You understand these things quickly as the more days you retain. Now, depending on what you're doing, like shit, I still take my ashwagandha, my nigga. I still take these. These are the only ones you need to be getting. The KSM 66. These are the ones you need for ashwagandha. As far as herbs, I take my creatine as well. You know, I'm always hydrated. Now, this is not even good water. I'm still gonna show you what I'm drinking today. Smaller water. That's not even the best water because they got the what you call it is you drinking like half-made pool water because it got the calcium chloride and magnesium shit in it. That shit, nah, you ain't supposed to be drinking. I like to drink Deer Park, but I moved to Carrollton and whatnot, so I gotta find a spot that has Deer Park near me. The closest store near me got the Smart Waters, the Aquafinas, the Dasanis, all that shit got salt in it and extra salt in it, and you don't need too much of that, you know, whatnot. But I do, you know, of course, still work out, get my workouts in, and so I can break a real good sweat, get the blood flowing. As far as retention, if you always moving and generating the blood within your body off yoga, working out, running, whatever you do, it's always you're gonna feel a high. You're gonna feel a great high through because the blood is just rushing through your body everywhere, and you get a new influx of blood on a certain amount of days. This is why days are important because motherfuckers gonna be like, don't count the days all the time. But when you get to a certain day, like day 70 or something, you hit spermogenesis, and also past day 100, that's when your spermogenesis is like done building, and you fully feel like how you're supposed to feel before just relapsing or whatnot. And some people have never felt that way since puberty. Like since puberty, you've never felt how you're supposed to feel after like 150 days of strict retention. No nothing, you know what I'm saying? No female, no hand, no nothing. And you feel like a brand. That's why motherfuckers be like, oh, I can fly, I can do this. Because they feel as if they can because they've never felt this power before. After a while, it just stays within you. You just feel calm, natural after a while because this is who you're supposed to be. It's embedded in you. But it's kind of like Goku going through his first transformation on when he turned Super Saiyan 1 and he fought Frieza. After a while, by the time he was fighting Cell, he could just sit there and just walk around with yellow hair all the time now because it was natural to him, right? He was in his natural state being a Super Saiyan 1. But at one point in time, this nigga was trying his hardest trying to get Super Saiyan 1. Trying his damnedest hardest to get to that level. It's the same shit with retention as a man. You trying your hardest or whatnot to get to that point. But after a while, it's just easy. It's just effortless. Everything in life is just effortless. But then once you relapse, you get those penalties. You get those SR penalties. And you gotta get back. You gotta go back to day one. Now, of course, if you've retained for a long time and you relapse, you technically don't go back to day one as far as your energy and how you feel, but you gotta start that counter back over. You gotta start that counter back over. But that's why, as far as counting days all the time, is not it shouldn't be a big issue because depending on how you feel, you can goddamn be on you could have been on day 35, but then relapsed and be back on day one with the counter. But as far as how you feel, you can still goddamn get out there and do what you were doing prior. Like, you can still go out there and do it. You may feel a little pain here and there, but you still go out there and do your thing. You still go out there and boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? To where, like, you really ain't missed too many beats. You missed a beat. You did miss a beat because you relapsed. But you ain't missed too many. You got back on the track. You got back on the pony. And you got back to working. And this is what he was explaining, what he said, 17 months, a year and 5 months, basically a year and a half. Y'all want to worry about, oh, if I do this, I got to do this forever. No, you do not have to do this shit forever. Have an end date, have a plan within that end date, and execute. Literally, when you have a plan, okay, I'm gonna retain for 9 months, and then within 7 out of those 9 months, I'm gonna get this, do this, I'm gonna get this job here, I'm gonna get this job here, I'm gonna get this car, get this house within all this time of that 7 months. Because the first 2 months, if you depending on how much you've been doing it, you ain't gonna have the energy to do everything you have set aside. But at least work towards it every day. Do what you can do every day, and by the time you hit like day 40, day 50, day 60, depending on who you are, you're gonna have enough energy to go above and beyond the shit that you were saying you was gonna do 60 days prior to that shit, and then have even more to put on your plate because you know you can handle it at 60 days plus. Do you see what I'm saying? So don't put so much on your plate, or if you do, like on day 1, day 2, it's cool, and you feel like it's overbearing, keep going. Keep going, because it's gonna get to a certain point where you hit a certain amount of days where you're just like, okay, I can do more. Then you hit another day, I could do more, and you're gonna feel like you can keep doing more and more. The shit that you seen that you set aside prior, maybe looked crazy to you. Like, damn, I don't think I could do all this shit. And then as the days overlap, the more and more you just focused on doing you. You look back and you're like, wait, this is the shit I was worried about. I thought I couldn't do. I need more. I need more. And you keep acquiring, you keep putting in more work, whatever you're doing, your passion, your craft, your niche, your job, your kid, whatever you're doing, you're putting more into it now. The more energy you get, it's you can't run away from it. It's in you. Once you do this shit, this practice for a certain amount of time, it's in you. The only way you can get it out of you is to transmute it, have sex, or it's either one of them shits. And the best way I say for right now, as far as people that say my life is this, my life is that, I don't like my life, but yeah, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Try something different. This nigga did it for 17 months. I'm not even saying go that long. If you can go 6 months doing this shit and focus on, for the first month, the shit I was already doing, okay, I'm gonna try to get out of these bad habits slowly the first month, and then by month 2, I should have enough energy to execute my plan that I had set up from month 2 to month 6, month 5 or 6, boom. And I'm look back and see where I'm at. I may need to retain some more to get more shit going, or I can go, I can have fun again now. I done did what I did. Now, I'm not telling y'all niggas to go, nah, cause this shit is a lifestyle. To me, it's a lifestyle. But if you want to use it as a blueprint, something, something that will help you get to that next level, that's what I want y'all to use it for. Or you could turn it into a lifestyle, and this is just, you do this shit forever, and not like do it forever, like the next 50 years you just do this shit. No, you can have your time be boom, 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 but you don't overthink it. You do your thing. Okay, I had a little relapse, and you just get back on. You just get back on the pony. You just get back to work. You see what I'm saying? And you don't really overthink it. You know what I'm saying? You probably don't even have a day counter at that point. When it's a lifestyle, you don't really have a counter. For me, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I said it's a lifestyle, but I still like to count the days. Like, I want to see when I get really old, how many times I done did this, how many years, I want to have all this shit recorded. So that's me personally, but yet it's still a lifestyle to me. But most niggas, that it's the lifestyle to them, which is not a whole lot of niggas, but it's the lifestyle to them. They don't have the day counter. They don't have a day counter, and I fuck with it, and I respect that. But I have a day counter because I want to record all this shit, show my kids this. I have 2 boys. I'm gonna show them this shit, bro. Do you understand me? So what he was saying about the 17 months and going on a specific diet for yourself to better yourself, I love that. That's he's spot on with that, and I feel like that's a great way to approach it. It's a great way to approach it, to think that you have an end date. And with you having that end date, cool. Now just lock in, and once that end date hits, look back at yourself and see, okay, what all did I accomplish within this time? Do I need to make another end date? Do I need to extend this streak longer, or can I have some pleasure now? That's it. That's all I'm saying for most of y'all. It ain't gotta be, I'm gonna do this shit for the next 50 years of my life and just, if I'm gonna die and motherfucking celebrate. No. Cause I'm not. So why would I tell y'all? You see what I'm saying? But it's so many different ways you can go about doing this, but it's only one true way about for it to help you, and that's you doing it for a good amount of time. You're not doing 10 days here and then. Well, see, and this is where we get misconstrued. I have to get more sources. I'm gonna show you another video. After this video, I'm gonna show you another video that shows that you can have a Taoist schedule method, and for each age has a different timetable. Like, I've already said this before. Like, for like 18 to 25, I can do it after every 4 days. 25, I think 34 is every 8 days. 34 to I think is 45. 34 to 45 is every 12 days. Don't quote me on that though, but every 12 days. And then 45 to 65 to like retirement age is once every 2 weeks. And I think 65, like after retirement to 100 is once a month. But don't quote me on that. But something like that, if you see where I'm going with, you can even get on a Taoist schedule method, like, and use that to incorporate that into your lifestyle. If you feel like you really can't hold out forever, that will still help you. But I guarantee you, the more you hold out, the better your life will become. That's what I'm trying to get you at. And most people will not fully understand unless they try it themselves. Because me telling you this right now, and you've never done it, I look crazy as fuck. That's literally it. But this is why I show videos like I showed in that prior video. I show shit like this, so I'm not the only one speaking. Like, I have another person speaking for me in the video, so you can truly understand. Some of y'all may be like, who the fuck is this? But I post him on my video, and you're like, oh, I like this guy, I look up to this guy, but you never know he did this. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave it there. Y'all be safe.